तमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिदेवासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम अथ विदुरनीति द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। विदुरोवाच। So these are the beautiful sloka. दृश्यन्ते हि महात्मानः बध्यमानाः स्वकर्मभिः इन्द्रियाणाम् अनीशत्वात् राजानो राज्यविभ्रमैः। दृश्यन्ते हि. Drishyante he means very much seen. Rajanah drishyante. The kings are seen. As what? Rajya vibramaihi drishyante. Totally losing their power of being a king. Rajanah Rajya vibramaihi drishyante. So many kingly means not only king, anybody who are in the greatest position, in a royal position, a position of highest esteem, they have lost all of that and fallen to zero level. How? Badhyamanaha swakarmavihi, bound by their own wrong activities. So, bound by their own unhealthy wrong activities, we have seen even the big kings also have fallen down to that Vibhrama level. And why did they do the Swakarma Bhivi Badhyamanaha? Why did they bindingly did all the wrong karma? This is in continuation of what we studied yesterday. That is because Indriyanam Anishatvat. Because they have never understood the need, therefore they never tried to have the Ishatva, the mastery on their Indriya and Mana. Indriyanam Anishatvat Rajanah Drishyante Rajya Vibhramahi Swakarmabihi Badhyamana. How beautiful is clarity. So many people have seen. Means by some choice, some blessings, they have come to highest level, but because they didn't control their senses, they did all those karma, because of which they become Brahmsha. Indulgent in all the Bhogalalasa, then what happened? There were no regular meetings happening, no mantris were called, never ever asked from them how the whole kingdom is happening. Then either mantris themselves become irresponsible, or the praja also became lazy, or it gave a chance for the enemy to attack, then the entire kingdom is gone. Now this is about the Raja, because Dhritarashtra is that type of Raja. So he should be addressed in that language. You and I, the Raja means from a very good position of morality or ethics or success in life or even heights of spirituality before reaching to the ultimate goal. But did lot of sadhana or even study. But there at one weak moment that if you have yielded to the senses, then from that royal position we fall. Like for whatever the Indriyas, Anishatva, etc. People are succumbed to, I don't know, that from this kingliness of being regular to the class, they have lost. I am telling you, which I have to tell them, because only an expectation is you would not fall trap to your own mind. Nobody is there. It's my own mind and its own right convictions help me, wrong conviction destroy me. We are studying it in Bhagavata. Manaparam Karanam Amananti. Samsara Chakram Parivartayedyat. After studying Bhikshugita, especially yesterday, the entire summary, there should never be a doubt in our life throughout what is a mistake, where are the mistakes happen, how to control them. So the royalness of being regular to Vedanta, brushed ho gaye. Brahmsha. Because of what? Indriyanam anishatva. Indriya. कोई नींद आएगा किसी लोगों को, somebody were busy in some making breakfast or some other obligations they put it. You don't come to class live, at least offline you must listen. अगर वो भी नहीं सुन रहे हैं तो गए काम से. Or somebody says, not necessarily our my own. Anywhere you listen to Upanishad every day morning, nothing less than that. It is example for us. So too the Raja means a big people, in this world in front of our own eyes. How many of the politicians at the highest level, industrialists, because of some getting caught up with some things of the world, artha kama dhana jo bhi hai, so they did all immorality and ethics, immoralities, as well as all these scams, they are put even behind the bars. They are found पोस्ट में से सस्पेंड हो गए, डिमोट हो गए हैं. Only one thing, Indriyanam Anishatva. Now I have to focus more on this point. Only 2 minutes. What's that? The Indriya and Indriya Sukha is a delusion. Sukha is coming from the Atma, not Indriyas. Imagining Sukha is coming from Atma, by running behind the Indriyas, we are missing the real Sukha of the Atma, as well as we are continuously deluded by the Indriyas in being extroverted. And when the delusion becomes beyond a limit, a peak par karta hai, then it makes us do all the adharma for which you have to pay, and the payment is Rajya Brahmsham. There is no end to the tongue. It will go on wanting the variety of dishes, even millions of lives. You should know how much quantity, quality, taste, and full stop. Beyond that, no importance. So to the eyes, how much our टीवी सिनेमा देखा उसको देखता ही जाएगा, उसको माइंड भी जुड़ जाएगा. अरे ये सिनेमा तो 1000 बार देखना यार. कह दिया संकल्प, then you will see 1000 times. For that you will be born 100 times. With one stupid संकल्प. आई विल नेवर से कि काफी हो गया अब देख चुका हूं. कान कभी नहीं कहेगा कि हो गया बहुत सुन चुका हूं. नो, it will go on, go on. You only have to put the end to the indriyas. They never end. Now, what is the higher thing now for this? All indriyas are given to us for the pursuit of spirituality. When we are convinced in that, then only we will give up all the slavery to the indriya. Then only we will stop all the sin of commissions. Then only the Rajya Brashta or whatever we have, losing from that we protect. Now, see Bhagavan's Krupa, what we just now studied in our Shanno Mitra mantra, and what is complementary or not? Maha, by the praise to Indriya Adhisthana Devata, we asked them to give us Sham Sukham comfortable for the sadhana. Here, to pray to the Lord and get blessing, what we have to do from our side is the Ishanatvam of the Indriyas. We have to do to some extent, that is being guided by our great Viduraji. Complement dono. And now, when you comparatively study, you can see the level of Upanishad and level of this Mahabharata. That also mainly because the one whom is addressed to. The Taittiriya Upanishad is addressed to the great Tittiri rishis and brahmanas. ये तो ये अंधा धृतराष्ट्र को समझा रहे. That's okay. But the thing is, इंद्रियों के वश में बताना तुम्हारा राज्य भ्रष्ट हो जाएगा. Here it is there. Oh Devatas, bless me with all the Indriya Shakti so that my this Vidya, Shravana, Dharana as well as Upayoga becomes without obstacle. See that difference? उपनिषद का स्थाई अलग ही होता है. उपनिषद clear? This is in our hands. We have to put a restrictions and limitations and withdraw ourselves from all the indulgences. जितना हो सके हमारे से. अब करना शुरू करोगे, होना शुरू होता है. See, we only make every day 10 packets of cigarettes habit. Yeah, whether it is this life or earlier life. We only have to reduce it from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7, 6, 1 packet per day, then 10 cigarettes, 6, 4, 1, then आधा फिर छोड़ दिया. देखो बुरी आदत बनाने का हम करें या प्रैक्टिस, तो छोड़ने का हमको ही करना है. And I have to recognize it and I have to acknowledge it. There's nobody to me in my life. That I am slave to my own indriyas. I have to recognize and I have to acknowledge. It is my weakness. Then I have to understand that it is I who have to come out. Then the strength also I will invoke from within by small little doses of practice. भाई जिंदगी खुद का है बाबा, खुद को संभालना है. Except Guru and God, they also only bless and guide. Nobody else can help us other than ourselves. याद रखना, उद्धरेद आत्मनात्मान. The convenience they give when you say Shanno Mitra, Shanno Varna. But karna to humko na. It is not said, hey Devatas, you only do the Vidya, Shravana and Dharana. He said, I have to do Vidya, Shravana, Dharana. I know, but these faculties are unruly. Please bless us so that they are in Sukha, they don't trouble. वो लोग उतना हेल्प करेंगे, लेकिन श्रवण हमको करना है, धारणा हमको करना है. अब मैं बता रहा हूँ 3 बात 4 बात. एक क्या है, गिविंग द एबिलिटीज फैकल्टीज स्ट्रेंथ्स इज देयर जॉब, बट यूजिंग them and listening Shastra and understanding Shastra and practicing Shastra, The equipments are given by them, the powers are given by them, but the ichha of doing and wanting and reaching is mine. मुझे पहुंचने की इच्छा होना है, मुझे करने की इच्छा होना है, मुझे लगातार करने की इच्छा होना है, जो प्रैक्टिकल बनना है. बट द पावर ही गिव्स, एबिलिटीज ही गिव्स, like in a government office. The job the government gives, salary government gives, the table, chair, AC, fan they give. I have to have the desire to work. I have to use the things given and implement the desire in the form of that work. That work nobody does. Then उसमें खेल ही नहीं रहेगा. अरे महाराज आप इतना दे रहे हो मेरे को, फैन दे रहे हो, सैलरी दे रहे हो, सब दे रहे हो, सिर्फ काम ही करना है ना, वो भी आप कर लो ना. होता है क्या हो? In the same way here also. Desire of me to reach and desire of me to put effort. Then fulfill this desire of reaching and effort. Whatever the ability faculties are required, they are given by the Adhisthana Devata, the Shruti Mata, the Devata, the Guru, the Ishtadeva. वो सब सप्लाई करेंगे. Now next one. बड़ा श्लोक है. असंत्यागात् पापकृतामपापां तुल्यो दंड स्पृशते मिश्रभावात् शुष्केनार्द्रं दह्यते मिश्रभावात् तस्मात् पापैः सह सन्धिं न कुर्यात्. अनन्ति असंत्यागात् पापकृताम् अपापां तुल्यः दण्डः स्पृश्यते मिश्राभावात् शुष्केनार्द्रं दह्यते मिश्रभावात् तस्मात् पापैः सह सन्धिं न कुर्यात्. बिग श्लोका बट सिंपल मीनिंग कि असंत्यागात् पापकृताम. The people who are committing sin, if you are not detaching from them, if you are not dissociating from them, if you are not cutting your connection with them, what will happen? Asantyagat papakrutam apapam tulyah dandah sprushate misra bhavat. The danda which is coming to that papatma vyakti, same danda comes to this apapi also. He has not done any papa, but he only has got the connection with that fellow. So, apapam means the one who is not having sin. Papa krutama sangatyagat, because he did not give up his association with the committers of the sin, tulya danda srushate. The danda comes to that fellow also who though did not commit sin. Mishra bhavat, because of the attachment or association. Example, shushkena ardram drahyate mishra bhavat tasmat papa sandim na kuryat. Like with the dry wood which is kept burnt, along with थोड़ा गीला वाला भी रख दो, वो भी जल जाता है. You know, a wood is there, आधा गीला आधा सूखा. अब सूखा को जलाओ. Other gila part also should not be burnt otherwise, but it is in association with the sukhala that also gets burnt. Then what is the summary moral? Tasmat papa saha sandhim na kuryat. They were never ever do your sandhi friendship association with the papa karmi, papatma. तुमको पाप करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसके पाप तुमको लग जाएगा. सी व्हेनेवर ए पर्सन डज ए क्राइम, उसके सारे दोस्तों का पहले लिस्ट लेते हैं. Then they are summoned, they are interrogated, they are scrutinized, inquired so much. Later on it may be proved that their hand is not there in that crime, but इतना सारा टेंशन तो लगा कि नहीं कि कोर्ट में जाओ, पुलिस थाने में जाओ, सवालों का जवाब दो, धमकियों को सुनो. एंड इन द मीडिया आजकल तो सेंसेशनल न्यूज, and everybody thinks yes he has done something, then the insult, humiliation, and the lifelong regret and memory where you have done nothing, but all that came because you are friend to that stupid fellow who was a papatma. See that subtle thought. अंदर ये कन्विक्शन होना है. अल्लाह टू एसोसिएट विद सिंफुल फेलोज. अदर देर देखो, सिर्फ उनका पाप का फल का तुम्हें भी भुगतना पड़ेगा विदाउट डूइंग पापा. इट इज अ वेरी हाई सेंसिटिव लेवल ऑफ सेइंग बाय विदुर. बट अदरवाइज इफ यू आर रियली फ्रेंड टू दैट फेलो स्ट्रांगली, यू विल स्टार्ट डूइंग ऑल द सिन डन बाय दैट फेलो. एंड अब उसके खातिर के लिए ज्यादा जिगरी दोस्ती हो गई, उससे ज्यादा करोगे. यार मैं और मेरे दोस्त मिलकर चोरी करते थे, अब आज वो छुट्टी लिया, इसलिए उसके लिए मैं भी 2 चोरियाँ करूँगा बिकॉज़ हमारी दोस्ती ऐसी है. ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर हम साथ नहीं छोड़ेंगे और दोनों मिलकर चोरी करेंगे. Out of obligation, slowly we get corrupted, my friend. That is a lower falling down. But here he says, how much ever you try to withstand in your goodness. But yet, if you have association with a bad fellow, the sin done by him will result for you also. So the gila lakdi bhi jal jayega सूखे के साथ लगे तो. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Papaihi saha sandhim na kurya. And for one or two things, when anybody encourages papatma, he will continue to be papi. Only when the society totally discards that fellow, at least that time there is a chance for him to rethink. That's why people are put in jail. What is the meaning of putting in jail? All freedoms are taken away, nobody to meet. Then they get a time and chance to think about why this situation came to them because that papa. So when I am given freedom, I'll not do that. That's why they are put in jail and isolation. Clear? So too. Leave them. We will not sympathize with Papa Atma. We are Hindus. We don't support Papa or Papi. Ruthless we have to be. हो जाए कुछ भी. Otherwise it becomes a trend. Along with the already existing Papas, a new religion started promoting Papi. All sinners come. We have to be very careful. That's the beauty in Hinduism. We tell ruthlessly but unambiguously. Not a sweet way, but there is a confusion. Therefore, everybody getting converted, many, because they can do Papa there. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. In Hinduism, एक दो मौका दिया जाएगा, otherwise you are punished, that's all. You have to, as early as possible, rethink, reconcile, learn, and grow out of your own inner weaknesses. That is Hinduism. Not that a rope is given, long rope is given, keep on, बेटा हर हफ्ता फ्राइडे आ जाना, माफी मांगना, फिर बाकी साथ फिर से करना. और संडे generally, not Friday. Hinduism is the one which aims at quickest liberation and guiding others out of gratitude and concern. Not papiyon ko badhate rehna. So tasmat papa isa sandhim na kuryat. Now it has got lot of things to discuss and explain with so many logics and example. I'm restricting myself. Only one sentence is what? Never become emotional or any way to become friendly to the papi. What is papi? The one who does adharma, the one who is very selfish, arrogance, who because of licentiousness and indulgence, he does all types of crimes. No, Korea. Don't get associated. अदरवाइज डिफेम हो जाएगा, दुख हो जाएगा, उनका सब साधना बिगड़ जाए. नहीं, एनीवे, निजानुत्पततः शत्रून् पंच पंच प्रयोजनान् यो मोहान निगृह्णाति तमापद्ग्रसते नरम्. निजान उत्पतः शत्रून् पंच पंच प्रयोजनान् यो मोहात् न निगृह्णाति तमापद्ग्रसते नरम्. See, again, it's a continuation of them. Nijan means which are within yourself. Utpatataha, which are doing so much of utpata. What are they? Shatrun, enemies. How many are they? Pancha. What do? Pancha prayojana. They have their own 5 projects of Shabda Sparsha Rupasagandha. Those things, mohat nani grunati. When you never understands the need of importance of controlling and effort to control, tam apad grasate param, tam param apad grasate, to such person again and again is consumed by supreme apadas or problems or difficulties or worries or dangers, etc. मीन्स मेरे अंदर ही जन्म लेकर अपने खुद के 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स रखकर मेरे लिए शत्रु के समान काम करने वाले ये अंदर के 5 शत्रुओं को किसी अटैचमेंट नामक मोह के कारण अगर हम नहीं जीतेंगे तो क्या हुआ? आपदग्रसते नरम. Again and again he'll fall into the apadas, the risks or the dangers or the problems. Now how crystal clear is this expression? They are within you, they are supported by you, but they are having their own fields of Shabdas Parshamasa. Means what? As a Jiva, my field of pursuit is the real self. But what's happening? These Pancha Jnanendriyas are born and they have their own projects of Shabdas Parshamasa. And we are mohat. अरे अपने इंद्रिया है ना, थोड़ा सा मजा कर रहे ना, करने दो. This is called a moha. Therefore, na nigruniyat, na nigrunnate means is not being na nigrunnati, not controlled. What's happening? Result, apad grasate naram. That man is being grasate, consumed by the apada. And what is the apada to you and me, who are adhyatmika sadhakas? That all our time and energy are wasted, opportunity are wasted. What more apada than this for you and I spiritual people, who because of this shatrus, if we have not progressed in our sadhana? For spiritual, for other people, their problems of their own, losing their powers or positions or money, all that happen. And why don't we control them? Mohat nanigrunnat. Mohat means a kind of sympathy, obligation or attachment giving. जिसकी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। देखो कभी-कभी ना फर्स्ट एक्सट्रीम सेल्फिश होना है अपने आप को बचाने के लिए। इन दैट नो मोह, नो अटैचमेंट टू एनीवन। After establishing ourselves rightly with sufficient things, then you bring out for your own expanse the good qualities of love and concern. That also without compromising with your safety and security. Else क्या होगा, तुम्हारा जो है सब खत्म हो जाएगा. You become a beggar on the road. And when this is said, don't compare the example of the great Shivi Chakravarti and Ranti Deva. They are one in millions. They cannot be the examples for common. They are the exalted examples for the highest. Don't look at that right now. Right now, खुद को बचाओ बस. देखो, the philosophy changes when you are in Upanishad and very Vidura Neethi. In your Vedanta, your language is there, tone, tune is there, subject is there, subtlety is there, sublimity is different it is. But when you come to Mahabharata level, then the नीति वाक्य level, यहाँ और कुछ बात होती है. वहाँ कहते हैं utter selfless, serve yourself, others with upadhi so much that you are detached from the upadhi. यहाँ कहते हैं अपने आप को बचाओ, फंसो मत किसी में, खुद का संभालो पहले. So you should not mistaken. स्वामी वो तब वो कहते हैं ये दोनों में कौन सा करेक्ट है? उस समय वो करेक्ट, इस समय ये करेक्ट. Is it not? युद्ध के टाइम युद्ध is correct. After युद्ध is over, meditation is correct. You should not fight in meditation. You should not do meditation in the युद्ध. This is the clarity. Like that, anasuyarjanam shaucham santosha priyavadita damah satyamanayasah na bhavanti duratmanam. Those people who are corrupted, polluted, dushta in their own antakarana, for such people, these good qualities never there. And for those negative people, these are the bad qualities are there. That's how the 2-3 shlokas talk about. And it is addressed directly to Dhritarashtra and his children. Duryodhana, Dushasana, Karna, Shakra, Dushta Chatushtayam. He is addressing all of them. So Anasuya means non-finding fault, Arjavam, straightforwardness, Shaucham, inner and purity, Santosha, contentment, Priyavadita, the sweet nectarine speech, Damaha, sense control, Satyam, honesty, Anayasaha, being effortless everywhere, Na Bhavanti Duratmanam. Good, these such good qualities never will be there in the Duratma, especially you and your children. Means what? They have only the opposite lakshanas of this good quality, the positive. So instead of Anasuya, they have Asuya. Instead of Arjuna, they have crookedness. In the Shaucham, they have impurity. In the Santosha, there is a greed. In the Priyavata, they are very curt. In the Dhamma, they are licentious. In the Satya, they are in all ways the untruth only. Anayasa, they are so effortful and struggling inside and outside. They are the Duratma. ठीक है ना? तो इस तरह से beautiful slokas flow is there. 10-15 more that concludes second chapter. Then we have third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 6 more chapters. Let it take its time. 2-3 श्लोक पढ़ते रहो. एंजॉय ले लो, मजा ले लो उसका. Thank you friends. हरि ओम. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. So we could see yeah, Panchabhyantara Avijita Manomayan Jiki Chadri Punanyan. 1, 2, 3 3 श्लोकास 4 श्लोकास we have done. ज़्यादा ही हो गया 20 मिनट.